Hello and welcome to today's video. I'd like to thank Solbio for actually supporting this channel. And Solbio is a completely natural toilet fluid. It can be also used in the waste tank. It's environmentally friendly as it's made from completely natural ingredients. So if you'd like to know more about this product, there'll be more at the end of the current video, and there will be links below. Thank you. Hello and welcome from Germany. I'm at Brecht Caravan in Heilbronn, and I've got this vehicle to show you. It is the Burstner Lyseo TD690G, and it is now available. It can be bought, and let's have a look at some of the details of it. Well, I can tell you off the top of my head, it's a 7-meter vehicle, 230 wide, 295 in height, cost 89,000 euros, and let's have a walk inside. It's on a Citroen basis, and it has an L-shape, although the L-shape, I need to point out, is actually an option, but an L-shaped sitting group, or normally maybe it would be without the L-shape if you didn't take the L-shaped option, or if you got one second hand that didn't have one. It's got a German layout in the back. It's got an electric bed up there, and a kitchen with this very nice cover, multi-bathroom I think some of them call it. And let's start off here at the back. And it does have a novelty, sort of novelty. It's not super exciting maybe, but we'll start off and show you the novelty. So we've got the German layout. If you've seen videos like this before, you'll know that can fit in here. And what this has got though, it's got the plate put into the cushion. So, or the bed, the mattress, if you like. And now, this isn't the first time this has been done. This has been done by the other companies in the past. But what is really interesting about this is that it fits in very, very easily. And so, you can just get a hold of it like this. Pull it over. Notice I'm doing this with one hand. Haven't dropped it yet. And it just slides in. I did that with one hand, right? So normally, and I haven't been practicing, I bet you think I was up here all night practicing that. It went in really super easy. So now, what are the advantages of a plate? Well, the plate's obviously lighter. If you've got a mattress, it's too soft on both sides. I suppose it could be used for something else. It doesn't have these catchers on. So they're the advantages of that, and appropriate disadvantages too. The advantage is it goes in really easy. It's possibly more stable, and so I don't know, whatever one fancies, but that's how it is. Let's see if I can lift it up with just one hand. Well, that was easy, wasn't it? Well, a week's worth of practice there. So I'll leave it like this though, because I do feel one of the disadvantages is if these are sticking into a mattress like this, will it leave a mark? So I'll leave it up there like that. Okay, at the back we've got this storage, and we've got two big windows at either side with these Rolo blinds. Two lots of blinds, in fact, because we've got the blind in the, that's the insect screen. So we've got the traditional sort of one like that, and I'll pull this down. And we've got this one here as well, which will come down or up like that. What's the point of that, you may be saying? Well, I think there's a certain aesthetic value. Might be some other points as well. let's have a look down here. Now, one thing I do like about this storage under the bed is this thing here. This was the first company that I know of started doing it like this, these pull-out, slide-out wardrobes. Can I call them that? I don't know. It hasn't got a, whatever. Whatever these slide-out things was Niesman Bishop, and very expensive vehicles. They had a patent to it. Obviously, the patent is owned by, I presume, by the Heimer Group, and Burstner is a part of the Heimer Group. But I think that is a very nice feature. Down here, we've got the wardrobe. This doesn't have a slide-out thing. It might have one in the future. Who knows? And there, and I think there's a huge amount of space in there. One part though, it doesn't. This part here doesn't actually lift up, so you've got access only from below. And here we've got steps up to the bed. So with this in the 2 singles format, as it is at present, this thing here comes out, gives you a step there. There you go. That now, watch. So it won't go any further because it's held by this catch here, so you can walk up it quite easily. This also opens up as well. Right, so if we want to push it in, push that in there. Oops. And that goes up like that. So, enormous bed at the back. Now let's go into here. This is the washroom. And what's this got? It's got a sliding, not sliding, what's this? It's got this false wall, that's what it is. That opens like that. Notice once more, I did that with one hand. And you can shower yourself in there like that, if that's what you want to do. There's a place here for me to put my feet, so although I've been outside, I'm less worried about it. Notice also got the domestic drainage, something I'm always going on about, and a non-slip or an anti-slip or whatever surface, and it's got a big mirror as well. Here's the big mirror. I prefer to wash myself in this position, though I suppose there are others who mightn't want to do that. We've got storage in here. I'm really keen on ledges in anywhere in a van. These are not very big ledges, but with this door closed, my experience is that nothing's fallen out. And then again, I'm sort of not driving down mountainsides very fast or something like that, which might cause everything to drop out. And that's the, so you don't have to see the toilet roll in there. There's also here a, come outside and show you. You can slide this across as well, so that the water doesn't get on the door. I don't think it makes any difference if the water gets on the door, but that might have some value for some people. This is waterproof. Oh no, I know what you do, because you can hang your towels up there, and if that thing's across, then you don't get your towels wet. Right, now I mentioned this as I came into the van. This thing here comes out like that. It's you've got a kitchen extension. You've got, and it's a cover for the sink. I think that is a much better idea than the idea of having a, what people call a chopping board for their. I never use it as a chopping board, but I understand there are those who use the chopping board as a chopping board. And but that, look, it's an easy extension. Think that, and it's not really bothering you too much as you walk around the corridor. I think that's a good thing. It's just my opinion. Other people may think differently. 3 burners, awful coffee holder. So I'm not saying the coffee's. I'm not saying the holder's awful. I'm saying the coffee's awful. I can't stand these capsules. And here we've got more storage. And down here we've got these drawers as well. Got the instructions for the vehicle. There's your fuse box, and not so much space in there. And Thetford fridge. Just done a video on how these fridges work, so I won't give a demonstration of that now. You might want to see the bed though come down. So, but before I bring the bed down, I'll show you the additional storage here. So that is where your gas is. And we've got these drawers here as well. They're a bit stiff, although of course they are. It is new. And right, so under the bed we've got storage. Let's take the lights on as well. I could have done that at the start. It was so bright inside. I didn't think of that. In fact, we've even got more lights here. There you go. Oh, isn't that that looks even nicer, doesn't it? And right, so I've got the keys in the firing position, and what we now do is we check what is in the way. So are there any ancient expensive vases on there? Doesn't appear to be. Will this and this hit each other? The answer is no. Is there a light like that hanging on over here to hit something? No. So let's now, I'll take this out of the way though, just to be on the safe side. Now, this is held on here by Velcro, so I stick my hand in and like that, and it like that, and then just sort of lever it out. There we go. It's new. So after you've had it for 10 years, I don't think the Velcro is going to be that good, but anyway, take this out if I can. Ooh, that stuff. There we go. We've taken this out, put this to one side, and we'll do the same on the other side. Hand down and ease it out. Got a better view of the Velcro from this angle. Right, let's now take it down. Press this, fire. That's in the firing position. You get 2 keys. You get 2 keys, don't keep them together. And let's just press this. Right, now, as you can see, we had to remove that seat. What about this side? I think it was the right thing to remove it. That is as far as it will go. You can see at both sides, the bed has come down to the end of the runner. Maybe not the bed, the storage has come down to the end of the runner. Do not try to take it down any further than that. I know of somebody who did, and he broke the bed. Here, also note this, that could potentially have been in the way, although as it turns out it wouldn't have been, but it's very close. Always to be careful what's under it. We can see that these, this is attached by Velcro below. So if it went down any further, that would come off obviously. But you can see it's tight, and that's the way it should be. Under the bed, we have nets. And we've got these 2 nets at this side, and on that side there is 1 net. Why? Because the ladder is going to be here, and you get up and down via the ladder. The nets will attach to the catches, which are up here. And there's another one. And the other side, we've got the hooks on the sides of the walls. Right, now, one of the things people often say to me is, what if you want to get out? If you want to get out the van, right, I suppose there could be an emergency. As you can see, it's not difficult. I've done a deeper, in-depth look at the electric bed. You might want to have a look at it. It was also done in a very similar vehicle to this one. Good. The advantage of the electric bed, obviously you've got all this space. Disadvantage is it costs about €2,300. And it also, another disadvantage is you're losing headroom. Up here we have got the skylight. You can, of course, like as with all lights, you can actually close it. There you have the mosquito screen, and at the other side you have the blackout screen. At night you might want to close the blackout screen, or you might want to look at the stars, depends on. I don't always close mine, so I have to leave it open. But one thing that's important, when it's really hot, and you can see in a day like today, it's only about 5 degrees outside. But if it's really hot, if you've got the blackout screen across, heat will build up here. The heat builds up, and what will happen is that it'll get scratched. Difficult to understand why, but it's an acrylic window, or it may even warp. It could deform. It could break. So we don't want that heat. We must allow heat to escape. When the bed is up, of course, heat will escape from either side. So do leave it open during the day. That's really important. And okay, let's push the thing back up again. Well, not push it. Let's pushing this button in now. Sorry, that's me, not the thing. Okay, it's hard here now against the top like that. Of course, you might, if you've got enough headroom, you don't have to put up the top. You could leave some pillows, or well, not pillows, but covers on anyway. Or you could strip it as it is at present in its new position. And right, okay. Well, if I sort of come down here like this, and I stand under it, let's have a look at how much space there is. I am 175 centimeters, 5'10", that is, in height. Look, I've got this space here now. So if you're smaller than I am, maybe you don't have to push it up to the top. If you're taller, then you certainly won't want to. Right, L group down here. Let's put this back. And this goes over like that. Oh, well, should I do this later? You know what I've done? I've put it round the wrong way. So I'll do it later. But I'll put this one back like this. I really like the L group here. You can remove this seat here, and when you're sitting in fact, you have to do that when the vehicle is in motion, if there's somebody sitting on that side. As I said at the beginning, it's a sit on a Citroen base, and this one's a manual. You can get an automatic, and it comes with this here, which window can also be opened. Remember what I said about the keeping this thing, allowing air, allow air to escape when you're in here. And even during, they're not that sun blinds. They are blackout or darkening blinds, if you like. So if you want to sit in the dark and during the day, really leave about at least that much open so that the air can escape. Depends on the outdoor temperature, of course. I mean, a day like today, I don't think we're going to see any warping, but if it's like 35 outside, then that's centigrade, then you'd want to have it there. Up here, there's sort of, I don't know if I can call this storage space, and when you keep it there, the spare key for the bed, I don't know, other stuff you've got. And good. Let's now have a look at the pricing. Now I'll take you through the technical details, but in particular, the details of the pricing. So there we have the length, 699, it width 230, height 295, standing height inside 205. Empty weight 3,107, so on a 3.5 ton basis, it's giving you just under 400 kilos of payload. Bear in mind that that goes up very quickly with all the stuff you bring. You're in yourself, you're filling it up with all sorts of things, so worth considering if that is going at 393 is enough. It's on the environmental sticker 4, that's for Germany, the green sticker, and in emissions class it uses Euro 6E. Let's have a look now at the price. This is the base price, which nobody pays, 76,161. It's got the Lyseo HL packet for the 690 and the 744. It costs nearly 7,000 euros, and it comes with all that stuff there. It will be in the description below. If it's not there, I have forgotten about it, so do remind me. Here we've got the HL packet for the Citroen Light, so that comes with the vehicle, and that will also be in the description. It doesn't cost anything. And here we have the seating group in L form 654. What does that mean? It means you're getting this bit down there. I think it's a really nice feature myself, but if you want to pay 654 for it or not, well, that's up to you, isn't it? So other extras we've got here, we've got the ISOFIX for children's seating, 364. We've got the electric bed. This is the most expensive item here on the X, 2,278. We've got a heated water tank for 206. What's the wastewater tank? What is the point of heating your wastewater tank? Well, that can freeze just as well as the freshwater tank can freeze, and if it gets ice in it, it could end up breaking. So if you're thinking of leaving your vehicle out and you're going somewhere and you're going to forget to drain it, then it might be cheaper to pay 206 than to pay for a new wastewater tank. Here we have something annoying. Well, could potentially be annoying. The outer electricity. So if you want to watch television outside, and I very much hope you won't, then it's going to cost 133 euros. We'll have a look at that on the outside, what it actually does. Of course, there could be other things you want to actually have an electric source for outside. You might want some extra lighting. You might, what else might you want? Can't think of anything else, but there's the reasons why you might want some electricity outside. Vorbereitung, so that is preparation for your klima, your sat, your TV, your solar, satellite dish, that is, sorry. And it's only the preparation. It doesn't include the klima, the satellite dish, or the solar, because I mean 145, well, that wouldn't, that'd be a pretty good price for all those things. Halterung is a bracket for a flat screen television, 158, and that is already here, and I can show it to you. There you go. There is the bracket for the television up there, already in. And here we also have some more preparation. This is the cabling for the rear camera. Just the cabling, it's not including the rear camera, so that's 206. It is actually, it's good that the cabling's in it, I've got to say, but I think one might want to put the camera in quite quickly. It's very difficult to, I think, to actually drive a van the first time for many people. Anyway, and this means the registration, so you get your number plate and all the rest that you can't do without that. That shouldn't be an extra, and this one definitely shouldn't be an extra. That is the freight cost, 1,190. So delivery, so it's sent from near Strasbourg, well, Strasbourg in France, Kehl, where this is made, is in Germany, to here, and that would cost that much. If you're living somewhere nearby, it would possibly be less, but then again, if you're living somewhere much further away, it would be more. So the total cost, 88,581. You kind of get this also on credit, although for credit largely we're looking at around 50% up front. Before I walk out, I do of course want to show you the floor, and this is usually the first thing I actually demonstrate. I like a flat floor, and as you can see, it's flat all the way. This has a number of advantages. This, obviously, there's a double floor in here, and for heat reasons that is absolutely great in winter, keeps the warmth in. And here got storage in there. You could stick your shoes, or I don't know, empty beer cans or something like that in there. Down here we've got more space as well. I see my shoes must have been a bit wet as I came in, because it's a bit damp down there. As we are about to leave, notice we've got the mirror here, so we can check how smart we look before departing from the campsite. We've got these, I don't know if I can call that storage, or I've never really understood what the point of that is, but there's a number of vans that do things like this, and I suppose, okay, as mentioned, that's the place for your television. You've got USBs there, so you can charge there. Electric points, details such as this will be in the description, how many there are and what have you. Here you've got your Truma, and here you can see how much electricity's in it. What's this current score? There you go. That's the house battery. No, it's not. Yes, it is. That's the Habitation battery. And we'll have a look at the engine battery. That's doing it a bit better. How much water do we have to throw out? None. And how much water's in it? None. There we go. And if I press this, the lights go out. So I didn't have to touch all of those. And when I press it again, they'll come back on. These ones at the exit don't go off, and this is in a number of certainly in Heimer Group vans. And it does make sense though that you have to turn these ones off manually, so you can still see where you're going as you go out. For example, in Carrado, it's even in the roof, the light as you go out. And now the door, I think that is a brilliant door. You may think, why am I getting excited over doors? Well, let's have a look at the features. You've got the rubbish bin down here. You've got these storage here. You can actually add more storage to this if you want to. You can put these things here. You can get extra, I don't know, call them cups, holders to go in there if you want. Wide window. You can see who's at the door. And they can see you, of course, as well. Let's open this. So you see it's got two locking positions, and I think that's pretty good. So let's go around it. That's for the cassette toilet. We've got here what I mentioned when I was doing the pricing. There you go. That's your outer TV. Well, I don't know if it's fair to call it a TV, but that's the outer plug. You saw how much it costs. Isn't that magnificent? And that is fantastic. Huge amount of space in here. I mean, it's only 7 meters as well. Absolutely brilliant, the storage situation on this, in my opinion. Oh, these things, that goes into there and it holds it. I fitted one on my vehicle in 2017 and it's still pretty tough. So and I live in the van, so they're really good. Alright, door this side as well. This one's locked. And there we have, so I'll try and stand in front of you so you can see it. There's your hook up, that's for the fridge. Oh, we've got this storage down here, although I can't open it. And the batteries are in there, I believe, in this case. And more storage there under the seat. It's the same look as for the cassette. And there, so that's what it looks like from the front. And as I mentioned earlier, the interest, if you can go, there you go. So that's just 481 on financing, but you do have to put 40,000 up front, and that is Loaf site, 150 months to pay. Oh well, that's not too bad, is it? I mean, it's quite a lot. That really 12.5 years to pay it. So sorry, I was even, that's better than I thought. But you do have to, it's 40,000 up front. Anyway, good. And interest rate is well, I don't suppose it's too bad in the current circumstances, to be quite honest. So that is the Burstner Harmony line, available now. It's a 2023 version. I hope you found that interesting. I've tried to give quite an in-depth look, but there's stuff I've forgotten. I know the stuff I've forgotten because I always forget something, and that will be in the description. So for the moment, it's all the best from me in Germany. Thanks for watching. This is the first time ever that I have accepted any support for promoting a product on YouTube. Now, I've been on YouTube now for 15 years, and I've been doing the van life stuff for a number of years as well. The reason I haven't accepted support in the past is because I felt it had to be something which I really agreed with, and a product I knew. So I had to feel 100% about recommending it to others. This is Lyseo, and this is a toilet additive. Now, what's the point of a toilet additive? Well, when you use the toilet, then it goes into a cassette, and you have to dump the cassette somewhere. Now, if you just urinate into it, then there should be no problem. But if you put any solids into it, then it makes it a bit more difficult. Now, one thing you can do is if you have constant diarrhea, then you may not need a toilet additive, because you should be able to dump it without any problems. For those of you who don't suffer from this problem, then one thing you might want to consider doing, in fact, one thing you're going to have to consider doing, is using a toilet additive. Now, there's two types. There's the blue stuff, which is manufactured by a number of companies, and it works pretty well. No problems there whatsoever with the way it works. Oh, there's the green stuff, which is ecologically based. Now, up until now, the green stuff didn't work as well as the blue stuff. But I think with Lyseo, we're now seeing a comparative working rate. It works just as well. So it's ecological. What it's got inside are natural soaps, it's got natural citric acid, it's got essential oils and plant extracts, and that breaks down whatever it is that you're throwing into the toilet, or releasing into the toilet, I should say. And when you come to a dump station, you can just tip up your cassette and it all flows in nicely. Now you may say, well, I have constant diarrhea, and so therefore I don't need something like that. Well, that may be the case, but one thing that this has got, it's got a rather pleasant fragrance to it as well. Now, I personally like the fragrance of the blue stuff, but I know I'm in a small minority on that one. One thing I noticed when I've been doing tests of really small vehicles, such as 5.5 meter ones above all, so as soon as you open the door, you have this fragrance, let's say, of the blue stuff sort of hits you. Now, with this one here, Lyseo, it's got a more natural sort of smell. It's a bit like eucalyptus. I'm trying to find a good way of actually describing it, and the best thing I could think of, it's got, you know, these cough drops or these eucalyptus like sweets, and it's got this type of fragrance within the toilet anyway. And if you're in a small van, I bet it fills up it could fill up the small van. I haven't really noticed it sort of when I'm sitting here in this position, for example, but maybe I'm not using enough of it to actually notice. Next thing is it safe to use? Well, the thing with the blue stuff is there are good reasons to suggest that it may not be completely safe to use. I mean, it does break things down in a chemical manner. I mean, I'm not going to suggest it's dangerous or anything like that, but I don't think it is particularly good for the environment. If it comes into contact with plants or things of this nature, I mean, there's warnings that, I mean, if you get it in a fish tank or something like, I don't know why you want to put it in a fish tank, but if you put it in the fish tank, then the fish will die. So this, as it comes from natural things, you assume that it's okay. Now the blue stuff as well, I've noticed I always get it on my hands. And not only that, I mean, obviously I sort of miss the toilet as well. Sorry, I get it into the toilet bowl. I don't miss the toilet, I miss the sort of the hole where you open up for the toilet. And it sort of stains, and it takes a few flushes for it to actually go down. I don't know if that's bad or not, but it's with this stuff, it's almost translucent. Not quite, but almost. As is when you dump it out, which seems a bit odd the first time. You think, hang on just a minute, I'm sure I didn't just urinate in there. But that's the way it is. The manufacturers say it doesn't cause skin irritation. I have never experienced skin irritation from the blue stuff, but I have heard of people having this problem. And let's have another look at it, because here it comes in two. One's for marine use and the other's for motorhome use. Now it could be that mariners use the toilet or they eat something a bit more dodgy, or I don't know, but it's different. This contains 40 doses, and it's dosed via this thing down here, this little tap. Now I know there are people who are suspect of these taps. Now, I previously worked in the packaging industry, and indeed I used to give talks being an expert. I don't think I was much of an expert, but I do know a little bit about it. This technology is perfectly safe, I think, to use. It's not, I mean, it's often used in bag-in-the-box applications, and so you get wine or something. The wine's in a box, and it got this tap that sticks out, and you use it. In the company I used to work, where we produced blueberry juice, we used this technology, and I've never known the taps to go wrong in my direct experience. But when they first came out, I agree there was problems with them. I've heard of people saying they put something in the fridge, or they in the van, and something hit here. In theory, you're supposed to knock both ends down at this. Oh, sorry, pull them both up and press down at the same time to get it to work. So I mean, I do accept that these things can go wrong. Just as, I mean, if you don't close a bottle properly, everything will go out. But I make that part. Other than that, the bag may seem a little unsturdy because of the way it is. But I can tell it's made from recycled. It's green plastic. It's I think it's quite safe. So there's some observations on this, and as far as I'm concerned, I really do think it is a good solution for you. Now, it costs roughly the same as the blue stuff. There isn't much difference. Now, I do appreciate that if there was a price difference, that might be a problem. Although, I think if you're into motorhomes, then you probably like living in harmony with nature, which is what I'm in it for, really. I think it's the call of nature, this contact with nature and all the rest of it. So I think that protecting nature is something that I would want to do. Whether or not I'm prepared to pay a premium, yes, maybe I'm prepared to pay a little bit of a premium for it, but in all honesty, between this one and the blue stuff, there's hardly any difference. Right, so if you find that of interest, there will be a link below. It's not an affiliate link, it just tells you where to get the stuff from. I'm not on any affiliate programs at all, deliberately, so nobody can accuse me of trying to promote something to get the affiliate link, but I do absolutely believe in this product. So, thanks very much for watching. I am currently at a place called Alexa Camping, or Camping Alexa, in northern Poland, and you may have heard some of the noises on the outside from the campsite, but I shall tell you more about that in another video. So, there you go. This is about Solbio. Thanks for watching.